Hello, welcome to another video on the Scouring Early Access. Today's game is going to be a 3 versus 3 game. And my team is going to be me, the perfect gamer, my Russian ally, Выпустили Paudo, and then Ice-T. And then our enemy team is going to be Legendaries, Steve Buscemi 6, and Dinchi Code. This is where we spawn on the bottom of a map, and an enemy spawn on the top half of a map. Here I spawn as the orange human player, and I do the basic archer build, 3 on barracks, and then 5 on sawmill. It's like the usual. And then my ally, playing as a white human player, is Ice-T. Looks like he might be also doing some archers, but the sawmill is going to be auto 8, so he might be making some swordsmen to begin with.
Job's done.
And then my final ally, the Russian player, Выпустили Paudo, is playing as the Black Orcs. And it looks like he's a new player. He's not even making barracks at the moment. Just making auto farms and I guess auto workers if I'm logging camp. And then our first enemy, the purple human player, he's Dinchi Code. And pretty much he finds out that my ally is a literal noob. And I guess it's sort of funny because a lot of noobs do like to just start playing against people, not knowing that others have way more experience, and in my opinion it would just be way more helpful to maybe try to be an AI and only then trying out the multiplayer version of this game. And over here my enemy is doing an archer build as well, but single swordsman like usual to try and maybe get an outpost. And then here he's just gonna bully the bike player. The bike player can't really do much because he doesn't even have a barracks to defend himself. And over here, the blue enemy player, Legendaries, is playing as blue orcs. And he's doing similar build to Dinchi, making 1, or I guess 2 warriors here, and just making a lot of Dublin archers. And the final enemy here, Steve Buscemi 6, is playing as the teal orc player. Looks like he made a lot of warriors for defense, I guess. But I guess he forgot to make some farms. So his economy is going to be auto slow. And he's going to be doing auto archers, because that's his favorite strategy, to just make auto archers and just put them on top of his buildings. And over here we can see the bike player is just getting bullied. And I guess I saw that the purple player wasn't really killing the bike player, because I saw he was a noob myself, so I thought it would be a waste to try and go and help him, so I just ignored that he even existed here. And I was just trying to kill some neutrals, maybe shoot some wolves here, and to maybe kill all of these 3 trolls, which would give me a lot of XP and I guess some extra gold. And here I made a fort. Oh, I guess because I was trying to make a stables and rush out a lot of cavaliers instead of trying to quickly get a second base. Right here my ally decides to start clearing the trolls also. So I wasn't able to do the little micro around the little log house. And so there you have it. Killed all the trolls in the middle. My ally lost a swordsman. And I just kept killing these other neutrals around the map. And I guess the black player got tired of getting bullied, so he got the bull ability. And killed a few of purple's units here. They were just sitting here. And I guess
Our forces are under attack.
purple went to his next phase of bullying. Maybe try to get some cannons and to bombard the black player. So I guess he was having his fun. Yes, over here, the white player made a second barracks.
Is under siege.
Maybe to try and mass a lot of archers to maybe attack an enemy player. And getting the tier 2, which you can use to get a archer damage upgrade. And over here, I was just slowly making cavaliers. And I guess over here, I was thinking of getting another base.
Our forces are under attack.
'Cause that would help me out with making more cavaliers over time. And so there you have it. I'm the only player. It's actually getting an expansion. But I guess the blue player cleared these units from his potential expansion, so you might be making another base as well.
Our forces are under attack.
And I guess everyone's just sitting at their part of their own base. Looks like Steve is gonna get tier 2 in a forge. Maybe gonna be trying to get some cannons. We're getting the archer damage upgrade because he likes making a lot of archers. And over here, the white player, the blue player, begin fighting here a little bit, but it looks like white player lost a bit more units.
Job's done.
There's a little skirmish. And here I'm just trying to get some XP for my cavaliers, which can be helpful over time because level 2 cavaliers it's like 2 level 1 cavaliers, so this could be like, I guess, 9 level 1 cavaliers in terms of power, but it's only 5 cavaliers in total, so that's why you want to level up your units. And here it looks like purple just continuing with his bullying of a black player. But I guess it's sort of funny that the black player is a fighting spirit. Still didn't rage quit. He's still trying to fight on. And I guess over here, white got annoyed by the blue player, so maybe decided to attack him. And I think I kind of saw that the white player was here, so I decided to send some reinforcements to try and help him out. Maybe to try and kill this second base of blue, so that he wouldn't, I guess,
Our forces are
grow economically too quickly. And I guess Steve is clearing some neutrals. Maybe he's going to get a second base of his own. Your bike is still being bullied and bombarded. And right here we finally are bullying the blue player together with the white player. And I guess here the blue player gets sort of angry because Steve Buscemi likes to sit in his base. But you can't blame him because it looks pretty cool having archers in your base, so he doesn't usually help out his teammates as effectively. But I guess blue is getting tired of white's archers, tries to run them down. But then I was here to go and assist the white player, so blue does lose these munchers, but he does bait us out. He's trying to run back to our base. Should give him some time to make some units at home. And here's the painful bullying of the black player. He doesn't have much left. I guess he's still trying to fight on. I guess that's pretty much it for the bike player. Looks like he's pretty much gonna be dying now. And right here the white player tried to attack blue again, but this time Steve Buscemi actually sent some archers to sit in his allies' base, which should deter any future attacks for a while. And over here, I saw that the black bear was being bullied here, so I decided to slow down purple a little bit by trying to just kill this army. And so we just go and slaughter this small army of purples. And it looked like the purple bite didn't really have much left. So I could have actually just went to his main base and killed all his workers. But I didn't really know if he had more barracks, more cannons, so I decided to run back to try and save the white player, because he was dying here to the blue player. And so I ran there, but then that left the black player to be, I guess, slowly murdered by the purple player. But I guess I didn't really care as much to defend the black player as the white player, because at least the white player knows what he's doing a little bit in comparison to the black. And here, by now, making a tier 3. Making our barracks for more production. So only 2 barracks for now. Yeah, with this base. And I made a third base here. I guess here I didn't put any units to defend, but now I send 2 cavaliers, and there should be plenty of units to defend this base for pretty much the whole game, so it's pretty cost effective. Over here on top, try to go and bully the blue player, because I saw it doesn't have a rage ability, because there's no mana on his munchers. But I don't have any cure myself, so I'm going to be losing a good amount of my Cavaliers also, but being able to slow down his expansion is going to give us a lot of time to get our own upgrades and other, I guess, economic benefits.
Our allies' town is under siege.
And I guess black is still fighting on. I still can't believe it.
Research complete.
Oh no, there you go. I think he finally had enough. Just being bullied, not really eliminated. So he decides to surrender and probably play against some AIs. And over here we did our damage, so I decided to run home.
Forces are under attack.
And here I was just mass producing huge army. So you have maybe 20 Cavaliers. And I guess over here skeletons begin eating my base. And it might take some time before I notice, so
Our forces are under attack.
it is also important. You want to try to defend your base, like I did here, with 2 barracks. Controlling pretty much most of this base, and only from this corner,
Upgrade complete.
the skeletons have a chance to eat my workers.
Our forces are
I
under
think now I finally notice. I try to send some horses to clean up this mess. Then I try to make a church to finally get the cure ability for the Cavaliers, and to later on get the Dispel ability for the Apprentices, which is a new ability. Because the developers, I guess, decided to delete the Ice Storm ability, where it'll just rain all the ice, I guess, stones or the rocks on the enemy. And I guess a lot of people complained it was too powerful, so they decided to delete that ability and give that Dispel ability to the Apprentice, which is very effective as well as a, I guess, support unit, because it's very effective with the Cavaliers. A bit later on in the match, you're going to be able to see how effective this combo is.
Our allies are under attack. Job's done.
And of course, my white ally is just getting bullied by the blue player, because the blue is making a lot of munchers, and I guess white wasn't able to make his stables fast enough, so he's not going to have his own Cavaliers for a very long time.
Job's done.
So I tried to send some Cavaliers to try and maybe
Our forces
kill
are
these
under
munchers, or to just push them away over here, or scare them away. But now the blue enemy actually has range, and when fighting me, we have a lot of same level Cavaliers compared to his munchers, and the munchers will usually win. So you want to try to have some supporting units for your Cavaliers. That way you can actually have an advantage and be able to win against an orc player using angry munchers.
Job's done. Job's done.
I guess white was trying to annoy the blue player, killing some of his workers, and I guess wasting his attention, making him sit in his own base here instead of attacking the white player. And I guess here, Steve the Skimming decided to lose some units here. And in the meantime, the purple player was trying to test the waters here. Maybe trying to attack me, or bombard me with his cannons. And so I decided to maybe target him next. And here I already have a good amount of apprentices, which should be extremely helpful when paired with your cavalier army. I guess here I was just waiting to make some cannons, get the artillery. That way I could go and attack the purple player. And if he had some cannons and archers, like he does, I'd be able to bombard these cannons, while his cannons will be busy trying to shoot my cavaliers. But of course, as the white player was being bullied here, the blue is going to be coming back and returning to bully him some more. I guess this tactic is also pretty good for you raging your punchers and then attacking, instead of attacking your enemy and then trying to quickly enrage all of your munchers. This way they're, I guess, very effective right away, instead of you having to make them more effective by raging them in the middle of a fight or a battle. I guess here I saw white's gonna be dying here if I don't save him. I guess all these white units, I think he right clicked on one of my cavaliers. That's how we are following my cavalier army here. And of course, the blue player tries to run. As he knows, I have more numbers here. And over here, I saw there was a lot of low health munchers. Which is why I wanted to give chase. Try and maybe kill a few more of them. Especially killing level 3 muncher. It's very good, because it's like 4 level 1 munchers. But like I said before, if you don't have any supporting units for your cavaliers, then the munchers are going to be doing all the damage and pretty much winning here for half of this battle pretty much. You can see it was somewhat of a even fight. We lost a similar amount of units to each other. Oh, and I guess here my units are running through here because I try to tell them to run back here, but instead of running down here through the middle to come back home, they decided to run through the top here and to get slaughtered here on top, which I guess was a bit of a mistake, but I guess that's what you get for playing on this spaghetti map with very weird path fighting. Oh, and I guess over here, Steve Buscemi is trying to play with more of a warlock focused, I guess, composition. Those are also pretty fun units to use, and if actually combined with a muncher army ally, then it can be a very powerful combination where you can be poisoning the enemy cavaliers or other units, and then your muncher ally is going to be just holding off the enemy and then pretty much killing them. I guess here I got tired of purple trying to provoke me here and bombarding me here, so I decided to attack him. And here you can see my apprentices are giving these magic shields to my cavaliers. And pretty much this ability allows all your units to take 50% less health. So, for example, if a level 3 cavalier attacks another level 3 cavalier with a shield on him, this blue shield, then instead of doing 8 damage I could do to a normal level 3 cavalier, that would only do 4 damage to a level 3 cavalier with a shield. So here I was able to slaughter his cannon army. Just moving my own cannons up here and just fighting the purple's army, but it doesn't look like he has that many cavaliers left, so eventually he's going to be dying. I guess in the meantime, the white player tried to make a base here because he ran out of gold, and I think he knows that blue is going to be coming for him next, and he's not going to be able to survive, but I wasn't paying attention, so his base is going to go down here. Even though I could have set a few cavaliers to help him out, but he wasn't really typing here or communicating with me, so I didn't really know that he was struggling. Anyways, here, purple lost most of his cavaliers, and like I said before, I was just bombarding his units here, just slaughtering them. Oh, even the skeletons are helping me out, just munching away the top part of purple's base. And I guess in the meantime, skeletons do what they do best. What they do best. Just munching away my base. And so I had to spread out my cavaliers a little bit to, I guess, fight these skeletons so that my farmers would be somewhat safe. And over here, purple is pretty much going to be dying soon. And his teammates were a little late to help him out, so it's pretty much it for him. And I guess over here, blue tried to send some reinforcements, I think, or I guess, but he didn't send any other supporting units, so I was able to just quickly wipe out this muncher army. And I guess in the meantime, he was trying to kill white. And white can't really do much because he doesn't have any effective units to kill these munchers. So it looks like he might be dying very shortly. In the meantime, Steve Buscemi was just trying to annoy me here to get this outpost, but I guess he doesn't really know how to use these warlocks. You know, here, purple is pretty much dying. And this is a few final buildings that he has left until he gets eliminated. I guess Steve Buscemi tried to go here, but when he saw these cannons, he didn't feel like going into this base. And here, I think he thought these skeletons could actually do something here, but they're pretty much equal to level 1 swordsman. So here I was able to just slaughter most of his skeleton army and pretty much just run down these warlocks. And I guess he didn't really know how to use the warlocks because you're supposed to use the poison ability. You can just poison this whole army of cavaliers, and then your warlocks can eat those units using the lifesteal ability, which goes very well in combination, where you can just poison all these units. And then when they're below 50% health, all your warlocks can just eat a whole army. But if you don't have apprentices, I guess, then you want to try to spam out healing on your cavaliers so they never go below 50% health when fighting all the warlocks. That way you can just not lose units. But if you have apprentices with you, then when they cast magic shield on them, then when a unit has a magic shield, then the warlock can't actually use the lifesteal ability on it, which I guess is a little interesting. And over here, I guess blue didn't decide to finish off the white player, because I guess he thought that it'd be a waste of time, so he tried to maybe kill my base here. But now I send a huge army of cavaliers to try and kill these high level munchers. And now I kind of block him in here, and he has nowhere to run, so this sort of army of munchers is gonna die eventually. But in the meantime, he sent a huge force of munchers to try and kill my base here. And I guess I was a little too busy trying to kill his munchers here and kill my own cavaliers. I kind of didn't notice that he was gonna be murdering most of my cannons here and a whole lot of my apprentices, so I guess that was a good move from him, trying to distract me and I guess attack me when I was unaware. But most of these munchers are level 1, so eventually when my cavalier army arrives, I'll be able to just slaughter this whole army and get even more XP. And I guess you can see casting all these shields. It's gonna allow my cavaliers to just take forever to die. Here blue decides to run away, but you can tell our units to hold position, and they're gonna have a little harder time to actually push your units away. So this way a lot of munchers weren't able to escape, only 2 from that whole huge army of munchers. But here blue decides that sending in more level 1 munchers is going to be a good idea, but I guess I adapted to his tactics and I divided my army in half. One army to try and attack them and push them, and one army to go back home and try and take care of these annoying level 1 munchers. You can see they're all level 1, which is why they're melting away to these good amount of level 3 and a few level 2 cavaliers. And over here, surprisingly, my ally is still alive, which I guess also has a fighting spirit like the black bear did, so that is honorable to see. You don't just surrender even when you can't really do much to affect the outcome of the game that much. And here I was kind of running out of wood, so I sent some workers here in the bottom of my base. Would be less likely to be attacked, and I'll get enough gold from just killing units like I'm doing here. Have 20,000 gold pretty much, and you can see pretty much I don't have any workers mining gold because I don't really need it, and so I'm able to just farm the enemy, heal my cavaliers. On here you can see I'm dispelling the rage from my enemy, so he's gonna have to waste his attention to try and rage his munchers again, which can be super annoying and super effective for me because I can just slaughter his munchers when they don't have their rage. So it's also a good way to use this combo. And over here, Steve the Scammy decided to lose his units. And over here, like I said, you want to try to heal your units to make sure they don't go below 50% health. But here, this one is below 50% health, but he has a blue shield, which means that the warlocks can't munch him away with the lifesteal ability. And here, stupid scammy had his outpost for the archers, but I kind of didn't really care. I just ignored this. Just having this outpost doesn't really do much. But he's going to be losing most of his infrastructure. And I guess his final mining base in the middle of the map, because he kind of ran out of gold here. And yet here we can see that he loves having all the archers in his base, because I guess it's really cool and really fun to see. So here, while I'm busy killing this base, the skeletons do what skeletons do best and just try to munch away my whole, I guess, economy. But I was able to spread out some cavaliers, and so my bases should stay alive during the night, even when I don't pay much attention to them. And over here we can see this sort of combo where you can see I'm putting all the shields on my units, and then you can see all this rage is being evaporated because I was using the Dispel ability, which dispels all magic pretty much. But you want to be careful to try and select an area of your enemies to dispel their rage, because Dispel actually works on your own units also, so you can be dispelling your own shields, which wouldn't be that helpful. And I guess blue decided to attack me here, and so I just decided to move past here and try to attack him. And my units are just too high level with a combination of magic shields that it's gonna be very difficult to lose them. And over here, my ally somehow managed to survive, so he's living the dream, and even using the farms that I built, it should keep him alive for the time being. And here we're just slaughtering them very slowly. But if you don't have any warlocks of your own, then it's pretty much impossible to kill this cavalier army, because magic shields just makes them extremely difficult to kill. Especially that I have all this mana that I can use to heal my cavaliers, on top of them having a lot of potions and having a lot of armor from being high level, and then having even more damage reduction with magic shields. Because my enemy here with the warlocks could have poisoned all these units and then evaporated them with the lifesteal. But I guess maybe he wasn't really experienced using warlocks, so I guess I'm gonna find out the hard way to see how their abilities work. And here I guess it's kind of getting tired of blue, not surrendering, you're just producing units. So I decided to maybe kill his farm economy, so he would be starving. But we can see that he has so much farms anyways outside of his main base that it didn't really affect him. But we can see that I still have 24,000 gold. And only like, I would say 5 workers are getting gold, so kind of not going to be running out of gold anytime soon. Here I finally made a few more apprentices, and it takes a little longer to get them this time, because now you have to produce them out of a level 3 town hall or a castle. I know you have 2 of them, which is why you want to, I guess, in a later part of the game, to level up your town halls so you can produce other apprentices, which you could use to I guess, have a nice synergy with your Cavalier army.
Our forces are under attack.
And over here, Blue's losing the last amount of his army here. As you can see, I have 20,000 gold. And he has only 177 gold. And I guess maybe like 500 gold in total. And then Steve Buscemi, he only has 68 gold. And he has no other mining bases, so he's also out of gold. And so pretty much enemies are running out of resources dedicated to making any units. But I guess it's still, I guess, honorable in my opinion to stay and fight to the last. And fight until you can't really do much to affect the outcome of the match. And there you go, Blue surrenders because he has no more gold. And his level 1 Muncher spam didn't really work out for him because each time he tried to kill one of my bases, he would trade all of his Munchers, which would just give all the XP to my Cavaliers. And here there's no point of these neutral buildings, so I just cut some goblins and then try to finish the last player, Steve Buscemi. And here I guess my Cavaliers are below 50% health and they have no shield ability on them, but they're not being eaten because I think my enemy used all of his mana to spawn all these skeletons. So he doesn't have enough mana to even eat my units. But also if you're using other skeleton spawns, you want to be careful not to do too much of them, because your enemy gets all the XP by killing all these skeletons, so you want to use them to overwhelm your enemy and not to feed them too much XP. See the results. You can see here, Black Bear was being bullied a lot, couldn't really do much. I guess that's pretty much what's going to happen if you don't really get much experience fighting computer players or AI. So that's what I would recommend to do first before ever going into a multiplayer match. And here we see I got all the gold. I guess my enemies got all the gold as well, but I guess they kind of didn't know how to use their units properly, so they lost most of their armies. And in the end, I was able to just sustain my army and pretty much just not lose my higher level units, which allowed me to win. Because a new powerful synergy with the Apprentice Dispel ability and the Cavaliers just surviving with a magic shield that the Apprentice puts on them. Anyways, if you liked the video, you can leave a like, leave a comment. If you want to see more videos on the Scouring Early Access, then you can subscribe. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.